Hello. I am going to try. I had an idea of doing a snowy background in gray, a gray background with some kind of white snowy dots. And I'm gonna do that for my name page in one of my copies of World of Flowers. But before, I wanted to try different ways to test it out, and I already used up one of the test pages in her book, and I thought that I needed more space, but I didn't want to do it on the copy paper I had because it was too bad. So I realized I have this ivy. I have 2 copies of ivy and this one I have a lot of pictures I'm not happy with, so I thought I could use this as a test book, and then I can color the other copy more like I want to. So now I'm trying out different ways of making gray background with white snowy dots. And the first one is with oil pastel. You know, this very creamy and thing you used as kid, at least I did in school. And I try to see where I have done them. I'm just doing on freehand. And this was the only one I could find at home. It's very small and it's not very sharp, so it's not that precise. And on top of that, I will use some kind of watercolor. And actually, I think, I don't have any watercolor, any gray neo color, and I don't have any gray watercolor. So I'm going to use my Albrecht Dürer pencils. And because this is a test, I'm going to take, oops, it's still color from on the brush from yesterday. Oops. Now it starts. It's very blue still. I think this would be easier with regular watercolors. Come on. I think I had one more water brush. Oh, I should have, of course, I should have filled them with water before the... It was a lamp. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a messy experience. So yeah, I start with the lightest and try to go. Yeah, still a bit blue in it, but that's okay. And this is coal gray. I need something darker. Yeah, it needs to be more dark so the dots will be visible. My plan is to see what version I like most and then use that on the real page. So watercolor you can just color over the oil pastel. I think this would be much easier if I had already regular watercolors already mixed, but this is okay too. I think it would be hard to color with the gray because I wouldn't see where the dots were. Okay, something like that. Okay, so that's one version. And my other plan, what was that? Yeah, that was soft pastels. And then I'm gonna use white Polychromos or white Pablo. I've tried with Prismacolor. I tried with something else. Oh, Luminance, but that didn't work. But it worked with Pablo, and it worked with no, this is, yes, fabric. That's true. I could create, of course, Petra. Hello and thank you. Of course, I could create with black and white Neocolor Gray. Hello, Marie. So I could use that, but actually, I wanted to check how it looked with something gray watercolor over on top of the oil pastels. I think that still shows, and I can still do it a bit darker if I want, of course, with a darker one. My next plan is to do more. This is too big, I think. Circles, and I try to fill it in. I'm not sure how this will look. Live experimenting. Yeah, you're right. I can shave some off and mix it with water, and then I will have watercolors in gray. Perfect, of course. So easy, but still I couldn't figure it out. Okay, so in right light I can see where the dots are. It's not that easy. I don't think I will do a lot of dots in the test because I can still see how it looks. But some more. I wonder if I can do really, oops, no. It's important to keep it very still, which I didn't. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I will just take that, and now I will try soft pastels. If I just can find them. I have changed place again, so now I'm at the kitchen table, and obviously I just picked with me the lid and not the actual crayons. This is too advanced. No, here it is. Oh my. Yeah, the soft pastels, I have them here, and I need a knife. Oh, I should have an assistant in my mess. Didn't I pick that up? Yeah, there it is. And now I don't have any cotton pad to use on it, so I'm gonna use my finger. It's gonna be messy. And I'm gonna mix this light gray with the darker gray. I think it needs to be quite dark if the white dots will be visible. So I just use my finger today. I don't know, do you see the dots? Yeah, I like this better. Both the effect and the color and the white dots when they are more circular. And of course I could have done this with the circles template too and maybe used masking fluid on them, but I think it's hard with masking fluid for very small areas. And if I had done more white dots here, it would have been more snowflakes. Yeah. And of course, it's the slow way. Hello, Pickle. I'm experimenting, not as much as you. I'm just trying out different ways of doing a gray, like snow gray, a gray background with white snowflakes on. And my first, and this is made with watercolor pencils and oil pastels. And this is made with Polychromos, white Polychromos, and a circle template. And on top it was soft pastels. So far that one looks more like I had envisioned in my head that I want this page in World of Flowers to look like. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, I know it sounded just too weird, but it's great that you tested it. And now later I need to protect this with some hairspray or fixative so it won't smudge. But I don't need to do it right now. So let me see, where are all the pencils? Because where are all the grays? Okay, here are some grays. And I don't have the sharpener with me either. This was not great prepared. I just came home from work and got this idea, and yeah. So one idea is to make circles. Oh, that was really hard to see. This is so light. This is so light. To do it with pencils. And of course I could do this with a template. But I don't want it to be that sharp lines. I'm going to try a bit more bigger ones. But I might go with a soft pastels. I quite like that. That's great, Pickle. So now I have done like circles on freehand and tried very soft with this is cool gray 10%, so it's very light, and tried to just very softly color a bit around it. I do just some more dots and then I try to make it more visible, because this is just a test. This is not the actual page. As I said, I have two copies of this Ivy book, so I thought I could have this for practice. I know I have two World of Flowers too, but I'm still too afraid of ruining them. Okay, maybe I'll try one more. Okay, so let's find. Which one do you mean? You mean this, Ivy? or World of Flowers. Okay, so this is 20% and it's very unsharped. Let's see if it works. I try to color it around the circle just to darken it so it's easier to see it. So I mean, this is just a lot of slowly building up layers and colors, and this is the most slow way. Oh, I can't even see where I did that. Let's pretend it was there. I think it is there. Maybe I should have used this from start, the 10%. Oh, I don't. I'm sorry, the connection broke. Okay, so let's try the 50%. I'm not gonna color the whole area on this stream. I think that would take too long time, but I will color some around the circles and see how it feels. What effect that gives. What I'm hoping for is a more soft, I mean, these circles, the ones on the soft pastels, they are really sharp. I was hoping for a more smooth edge around the circles on this one, which is much easier to do with pencils. Let me see, I will go back to the 20%. Hey Elin, hello Elin. I'm trying out different ways of doing a gray background with snowflakes, or like something round and whitish that we can call snow. So I had tried watercolors on oil pastels, and I have tried soft pastels on top of white dots with Prismacolor or Pablo. And now I'm doing it. This is the 10% gray, cool gray. And now I'm trying with Prismacolor pencils. Just to see, I'm not going to do all the page because this is just a test page. So, okay, what you can, this is very big snowflakes, I guess. And actually it's not even where the first circle was, because that one is here. So I should have used a bit darker gray for the circles because it's impossible to see them. Hello Nick and Tina. I'm doing a test for my next page in World of Flowers, my next name page that I wanted to do. I think, I have not decided, but I think I want to do it like a gray. I saw a picture, but now I don't remember which one, who had made it, but it was a gray snowy background. So I haven't decided what method I'm gonna use. Yeah, they have a lot of grays in Prismacolor, and I actually also start to like that. I have had such problems with gray since I started, but I have been more and more interested in them. Yeah, Poly and Prisma, they have a lot of grays. Hello, Christy. Welcome. Actually, this is maybe I have. You see, This is a test page. In one, I have 2 Ivy books, and one of them I have done a lot of mistakes in, and not happy mistakes. I'm not that happy with the results. So the other one is my fine copy, the one I thought I was going to color more nice. So I thought I could try out things in this one. So I thought of doing maybe the name page in World of Flowers like this. Not exactly like this, but like a gray background with a snowy feeling. So what I'm trying out now is different ways of getting this effect. Maybe too dark. I think I will add in some warm gray. See how that looks. I think it would need some yeah, better. I think of having this color in the edges, around the edges, and more light gray when it comes closer to the name page. But still, the snowflakes, I hope they will be visible. I'm not sure where the white snowflake is anymore because of that strange start. It doesn't need to be exactly these grays. I just try to get a feeling. I don't know if you can see. Bring in the warm gray on top. I think I like the warm gray better for the snowy background. Yes. I think I just do one flake. Okay, it's really hard to visualize this from this little. Yeah, I think this will look best. What do you think? Here, of course, I could add a darker gray, but it's harder to get that much contrast with soft pastels. I'm not sure. Now let's see if I can see this other one. Where are you, snowflake? I totally need to do them more visible from the start if this is going to work. You mean on top of yeah? Which one do you mean? The soft pastels? I think you can use fixative over it and then color with pencil over it. So yes, you could do that too. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm coloring outside the frame. And of course I could color on top of the watercolor too with the colored pencils. I do that a lot, but I think that's harder with that oil pastel dots. It's more difficult to get that good. Yeah, I think I want to mix the cool gray and the warm gray. This, of course, I'm gonna take it more slow when I'm doing this for real. Now it's just a test, but you thought that I could add more darker gray to the on top of the soft pastels. Was that your idea, Jody? This was the 10% warm gray. Yeah, that I could do that too, but I think it will look better if it's soft pastels. Is that because you like those white, very sharp dots I got with the Polychromos and the template? So you thought I could do like a mix of the methods? It's like I'm doing tits. I'm sorry. I just realized what it looked like. Don't you see it? I'm not sure what I want to do. Of course you can't unsee it. It's like when Monica told me that my space galaxy in Johanna Basford's secret garden looked like a space tit. Then I couldn't unsee that, so I had to change it a lot. But this is just a test page. Okay, so let's see what's happening if I add a lot more, one more layer of the dark. I find another even darker gray on this one, and then second darkest. Just mix it up a bit. Okay, and I don't have any, still don't have any cotton pad, so I still use my finger. Oh, I'm happy I could give you a giggle. Okay, and actually I'm going in with I'm doing another layer of the watercolor too, and now I'm going in with Albrecht Dürer warm gray 3 and warm gray 4. Before I used the cool gray, but actually I found that the warm grays work better for that. I think you can mix them too, have a bit of both. Especially some cool grays, like 10% or 20%, and then some warm grays on top. Let me take the darkest one. No, it's not the darkest, but the 50%. See how that looks. Now it's very patchy. If I would do this for real, I think I would do it your way, and make Petra and mix it with mix Neocolor white and black for a gray, because that one is even better to create watercolor with. Okay, so there is a lot more dots here, so that, and here it's just 2 dots, and here it's, I don't know, but you can see. So you have to visualize that all pages should have almost like this, so many dots. And I have one more thing I want to try. I picked up some you like the soft pastels best, and that's not just because this is a look like you know what. Yeah, a lot of more dots. Yeah, that's quite a soft. I mean, the white is not that glowy white in that it will be in this one. This quite quick, and you can quite easy take different shades of gray and make it a bit not the same color everywhere, so it will be more interesting. And of course I can do that with pencils too, but it would take me ages, and yeah, maybe I'll do that. Thank you. So I'm just gonna try one more thing, which is with watercolor markers. Yeah, a bit of black too, exactly. This is almost the same as with the watercolor, but I'm gonna try it with... My plan was first to do this with Posca or acrylic paint. That's good. Okay, this is hard because it's very uneven. So you have to pretend that this will look even. Can you do that for me? And I have no more water in this. I need to add more water. Yeah, this, no. This, no. Okay. I didn't have the right thing for doing just an just a gray background. I'm trying the SIG. I guess it's just the same. And now that I'm all over the place. Oops. Yeah, maybe if I do it first with water, then rub off some. No, then it's too wet. Yeah, and too light. Okay, so just let's pretend that, because if I'm using this on the paper, yeah, maybe I could do that. Then it will be even at least. Okay, let's do that. No, I don't have gray acrylic paint and I don't have white and black acrylic paint, so I can't mix it. Or maybe I do have that, actually. I have some small set of acrylic paint that I have not. Okay, so this is very stripy, but pretend it's not. Oh, this is such an even, beautiful background. Why don't everyone do like this for their backgrounds? I just want to cover it quite fast. That's why I'm doing this. I would not do this in real life. Okay, this is in real life, but you know what I mean. This is just for the test. Like that. And cool gray. Cool gray. Where did all the warm gray hide? There. Okay. So now I'm just cover it a bit with the 70% French gray to make it more even. It's still wet up there from my first watercolor mistake. So if every other way I did was adding the dots first and then coloring on top of it, this will be the opposite. Do a gray background and then add white dots on top. A white Posca or a white gel pen or white acrylic paint or white gouache. So the base layer could be also acrylic paint, or it could be anything that is even. You can see it's very even. I know it's not, but don't tell anyone. Just pretend. Be with me and pretend, because it's still wet here and here. So I can't go over it with the pencil there. So, okay. I don't think this method will win. What do you think? Oops, the shaky pen, Posca. So this is also a method you can do. You think watercolor or soft pastels? And then I want to know, just because I'm curious, why you don't think I should do that one. Is it because it's ugly? And I mean, I didn't need to do it that dark, the background. Now it's very dark gray. So maybe this. I try to do them not as circle shaped, maybe some different, because snowflakes can look a lot different. And I guess it would be working with a gel pen too. Yeah, it's the dots. Yeah, they are more precise. Yeah. And I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could do them with. How did I do them? I did them on freehand, didn't I? I wonder if that is not sharp enough. I wonder what will happen if I made them more. Now it's visible, but no, it's too light. But the thing here is that you don't have these very dark outlines. And not here either. So, oh, why do I sitting with this now? The white pencil, go away. Yeah. I was thinking it was some time since I hello May. I'm experimenting because I'm going to do. I think I'm gonna do a gray background on my second copy World of Flowers name page with snowflakes, and I saw someone who had done that with colored pencils and it looked amazing. But I was trying with soft pastels on top of Prismacolor dots made with a template, and this is made by oil pastel crayon and just a freehand and watercolor over. And this is just a mess. But the plan was that it should be quite opaque and even gray background with dots on top with gel pen or white Posca. And this is my attempt to do a color pencil background, and of course that would take me the most of time, so I was not that, yeah, I just did something I thought looked like two tits, May, when I had done these circle shaped and just two of them. And yeah, so Jody think I should do this one, and I think I'm voting for that one too. And maybe I finish this off camera. Yeah. And now you come here and say things. Yes, of course. Do you mean, let me see. I can try that too before I end this stream and do some fish fingers for dinner. Because these are made, this is an eraser, as you can see. So now I'm trying to erase dots in the gray. That's also a way of doing it. That was brilliant. Brilliant, May. I should have asked you directly and don't experiment that much. Yeah, this is the lazy way of doing it. I think the dots will be more visible when I did the one I did with first with white Polychromos or Pablo. The one I erase, they don't get as sharp edges, and they are not exactly as round. But they, sorry, I think they can look more realistic, maybe more like real snowflakes. But I kind of like this. Yeah, you can do a mix too. You can have some of my more not work saving way, and then if there are too little, you can add these too to have a lot of dots and in different shapes and different white. Yeah, exactly. Of course I can do different shapes and different sizes, of course. I think I did that before, but not with the eraser. Of course I can erase bigger parts too. So now you see me doing some different ways of doing this, and now you know the easy May way. That is really brilliant. She's brilliant at May. Yeah. Sorry, my connection broke again. So I think I'm going for this one, but I'm going to add in some black and doing it a bit darker. No, I know. You weren't here when I told that you told the people that they should imagine in they should fantasize that try to see this, envision this, visualize it as Posca or acrylic paint, because I don't have that color. So I used water-based marker and Prisma on top, very roughly, because I just wanted a surface that I could do the dots on. So yeah, the thought is that this should be very even. I know it's not, but I pretend it is. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and now I have to do dinner, and yeah, I think I will do maybe both of these sometime, and maybe this too, and I will work on this one. but I think for that page I will do this. Thank you for your help and ideas, and I really like hanging out with you when I'm trying this out. So next time maybe I ask May before I start to stream what the real answer is. But yeah, it was fun trying this out too. Goodbye.